I'm going to be breaking down all the different strategies and ways that you can attract girls in 2025. Everything from cold approach to Instagram to dating apps. I'm going to be breaking down which ones are going to be the most effective. This is a tier list starting with the best ones at the top, S tier, going down to the worst ones. And these are, in my personal opinion, everything that I've tried and experienced. Okay, so the first thing we're going to dive into is cold approach, but cold approach in the various different areas that you can talk to girls. Because talking to girls in nightlife, at the mall, at the gym, it's all very different and how effective it is for your goals. So I'm going to be breaking those down, starting with my favorite, which is nightlife. So we're going to put this at S tier. I'm going to give you a reason why. Because nightlife gives you so many different options. If you want to just meet and talk to as many girls as possible, set up your pipeline, work dates off of that, you can. If you want to bring a girl home in 10 minutes, you can. I did that 2 weekends ago. If you want to just have fun and party and just chat with girls, and if you don't like sleeping with them, you can just hang out around girls. It's up to you what you want to do, but there is so many attractive girls in one concentrated area. And if you're short on time, if you're someone like myself who's a business owner working really hard during the week, you don't have too much time to do too much stuff, you can get so much done on just the weekends. There's times where the only time I was talking to girls was the weekend because I was genuinely so busy, and that was more than enough to have a super abundant dating life. So I really love nightlife because there's so many things you can do with it. You can sleep with girls at night. You can set up girls for the future. You can get new girls into your pipeline, get them on Instagram. There's so many ways that you can take this. So for that reason, I personally really love it. It's so much fun and it's S tier for me. Now the next one is going to be the stores or the mall. I actually haven't been to the mall in quite some time, but I've only approached 2 girls there, and that was that experience I tell on this channel all the time that went bad before my transformation. That's made me into the individual I am now. But just in general, I mean, you can definitely talk to girls at the mall. If I went to a mall now, I could easily start a conversation with a girl, but I don't think it's going to be too conductive. It's not going to be like the best area to meet girls. I would put it at B tier. And the next one is the gym. I think the gym is a great spot to meet high quality girls, specifically girls who are working on, building their body, taking care of their health. You're going to find girls who you would otherwise not meet out in nightlife. You're just going to meet very nice girls as a whole. So far, I've had great experiences with the gym. I've talked to a lot of different girls between Florida, Sweden, and they're all super nice. It's easy just to get a basic conversation going. You're usually not going to face too much rejection there. Most people are friendly and you can continue to talk to them on a consistent basis. And this is what I really like as well, is if you start seeing that girl is coming around the same time as you do, every time you go to the gym now, you're practicing social skills. You can give her a hug, say hi, ask her what she's training, how is her day going, what are her plans for the weekend, little small talk that can consistently allow you to get closer and closer and see where things go. So you don't have to always close and execute on that first try. You can just start small and build different connections in the gym. And that's something I really love to do. Now, the next one is the street. I don't talk to too many girls just out in the street in the city. There was one time in Norway where I was walking between bars and I saw this girl and we made strong eye contact. So I stopped her and I said, hey, and we chatted for a little bit and we ended up kissing in the club later, like 20 minutes later, but we met in the street. And, I don't really go out of my way to talk to girls in the street. That's not my thing personally. So that would be C tier. I don't think it's going to be too effective. I personally, if I'm on my mission doing something, if an attractive girl did talk to me, I would talk to her, of course, but I usually don't want to be stopped, at least by other guys in the street. I'm kind of doing my thing. I'm on my mission, on my path. So I don't like to, interrupt people too much in just walking life in the city or whatever. That's not really my thing. And then last one so that's going to be C tier. And the last one is the beach. I love talking to girls at the beach. It's the one that when I was younger was the most scary for me. I had so many limiting beliefs around going and talking to girls at the beach. I was like, they might be laying down, they're with their friends, it can be awkward. And here's the thing, I've never gotten rejected at the beach. I've talked to quite a few girls, and the beach has been one of my favorite spots to talk to girls. Everyone at the beach has been so friendly. This was in Florida. I recently just talked to a girl at the beach in Sweden, and it went really well. And it's just so easy to talk to girls at the beach. Everyone's just in the sun, having a good time. They're friendly. You can try and get some games going, like a volleyball game. You can play some football, frisbee. You can do stuff too. It doesn't have to be just so serious. So there's so many things that can come from the beach, and it's just a fun, relaxed environment that I really love to talk to girls at. So that is S tier. And if you want to know how to actually start and have great conversations with girls when you're going to cold approach them, I built a conversation mastery guide for you, breaking down exactly how to do this. It's completely for free. It's the first thing in the description below. So the next thing is dating apps. Dating apps can be a lot of fun if you're high value. So if you're someone who has a great physique, if you've look maxed to every degree that you can, your haircut, whether you got a clean shave, a beard, stubble, whatever works for you, you've got great style, you've built up your life in many different areas between your finances, just how you live, you just got a very attractive life as a whole, you can have tons of success. And one thing I really got to make clear is you need to have great pictures and great media to showcase the individual that you are, because I was pretty handsome and lean and good looking when I was younger, but I didn't have much success because I had terrible media. Whereas now I have amazing media, great high quality pictures to showcase myself, and it has served me extremely well, especially in Scandinavia. So another thing I want to say is that it depends on where you live. So in Florida, I don't have too much success with dating apps. I've tried on multiple different occasions, and it never really leads to too much. I'm not a big fan of Western girls, so I don't really even bother with dating apps. If I want to get a girl in Florida, I have to just go out and talk to them in person at the beach, something like that, and I can make it happen. But in Scandinavia, I have tons of success with dating apps, and dating apps work really well for me. I get a ton of matches. It's super simple and easy. So I definitely use them here. It's nice to get the warm, easy intro, to not have to go out there and chase a girl, and to be able to just go on a date that's already pre-set up. Like this last Friday, I had a date from Tinder. We just met at mini golf, went for a walk, got some ice cream, went back to my hotel. It was simple and it was easy. Didn't have to drink, didn't have to party. It was a nice change of pace for me, and I really enjoyed it. So dating apps are a lot of fun, but the key thing you need to understand is you need to be high value for this to work. If you are overweight, if you have terrible style, if you haven't gotten yourself to the best version of yourself, you're not gonna have too much success. So that's really the big caveat here, and for that reason, it's going to be A tier. And boys, if you want to learn how I live this lifestyle where I'm financially free, travel the world, can get with any girl that I want, it's all because of my personal brand and coaching business. So I have a second business channel where I teach you how you can do the exact same thing. I'm going to link that. It's the second link in the description below. And this next one is something that I'm not a fan of, which is cold Instagram DMs. So I remember when I was younger at like 18, 19, I cold DM'd this girl who was following me, and she just left me unopened. So I haven't really done cold DMs too much, and I'm not really a big fan of just reaching out to girls and trying to start things in the DMs, especially if I've never met them before. I've never really seen too many guys have success with this. I've had some friends who would go and like heart girl stories, send them a DM, and I remember this one friend, he was just doing it almost as a joke at that point, and he never had any success with it. So I'm just not a fan of like chasing girls, especially on social media, like trying to just put myself out there and give them validation, because they're just going to take that validation. It's going to go to their head, and they're just going to see you as kind of a fan. And I never want to be seen as a fan. I want to start as an equal, be in the same environment as them, socializing, partying, and then just start talking to them. Things like that. I don't want to be in that fan position, and I feel like cold DMs do that. So for that reason, I'm not a fan of it at all. I'm gonna put it at D tier. And this last one I really like, which is Instagram game from the people that you meet in person. So say I'm at the club and I meet some girls who I'm not gonna take home that night. Maybe I have something already set up. Then I'll get them on Instagram, allow them to see my profile. They start watching my stories, and then you can DM them, and you can also see if they start liking your stories. There's a lot of different angles that you can play, but it's with girls that you've already met, or girls that followed you first who've shown interest, maybe like liked a couple of your pictures, something like that. And then you can go on to warm DM them, because these are girls you've already met, the same way as if you started texting a girl who you got her number, or snapping a girl whose number in Snap you got. It's the same idea, but now you come from a position of strength with having a good Instagram. So this is kind of like the key component to this, is you have to have a cool Instagram. I personally think my Instagram is pretty freaking cool. Like, I got some pretty good media on there. Me showcasing travel, my six-pack, my physique, my looks in different ways, good style. So I think it's a cool Instagram. That's, for me, I'm a big fan of my Instagram. So when I give a girl my Instagram, I'm really proud of it, and I know she's gonna look through it and be like, oh damn, like that's kind of cool. And then when I DM her, it comes from a position of even more strength. After having talked to her in person, met her, she knows me, she likes me, she sees the Instagram's cool, she's definitely gonna give it more time of day. And Instagram's a very powerful tool you can use. One of the girls who I got with about a month ago, a month ago-ish, I had already been with her the previous year, but I had her on Snap. And then when we saw each other again, at first it was a little awkward, but we exchanged Instagrams, and then we started talking again, and we were getting to really like each other at this festival. And she looked at my Instagram, I guess she liked what she saw, and we were DMing, and eventually we ended up getting together again. So Instagram's really powerful because think of when you get with a girl and your boys are like, oh, let me see her. They're like, pull up her Instagram. What pictures does she have? You're trying to look at the best pictures that she's posted. And that's what girls do as well. They're going to search up when you get with a girl, when you're talking to a girl, she's going to be like, oh, to her friends, show me his Instagram. Let me see what he looks like. So if you've got a really good Instagram and girls are like, damn, that's nice, her friends especially, that's going to be super, super powerful. And then you can DM her, and it's a really good way just to chat with her. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Instagram game and warm DMs specifically, though. Not cold DMs, warm DMs. So this is going to be A tier. And once again, you need to know how to start and have great conversations with girls. So I break everything down for you in the Conversation Mastery Guide. That's completely for free. It's the first thing in the description below. You can grab that now.